Pokeastuff.com and YouTube. So today I'm going to be showing you how to create a Hackintosh on your Windows 7 64-bit PC. So let me just open Notepad. And these are basically all the things that you will need, and then the last one is the iLife, which is what you can get, which I'll actually show you how to download and install. I thought it was just a nice thing to put in the Hackintosh tutorial. So first you're going to need the Mac OS X Mountain Lion disk, which I'll provide in the description. It has to be a special, basically a hacked Mountain Lion disk, so you can't just download it yourself unless you know where to look. So just please download it from the link in my description. You're also going to need VirtualBox. I just choose VirtualBox because it's free, and I like putting things in my tutorials that are free. So free is better than paying something. Multibeast is basically just a kind of a driver install tool used for Mac OS. For like hacked Mac OS, it's made by the same person who made the hacked Mountain Lion disk. You're going to need Hackbot 1 and 2. Those just help boot into the Mac OS Lion operating system. We shall also put a link in description and for Multibeast. And then the following, just Windows PC 64 4-bit Windows 7. Okay, and then I'll just put this in the description for you to download this. You're going to have to download this via torrent. So just download uTorrent on the Mac. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out so far how to kind of install guest add-ons, which is basically like so you can copy things from your host PC, which is the Windows, to the Mac. So what you actually have to do is you have to download the actual torrent file in Mac OS, which isn't that bad. It just, I'd rather copy it from a faster machine, because obviously the Hackintosh will not be as fast as a normal Mac. Okay, so let's start. So first you're going to need to download VirtualBox. So then after you do that, just open VirtualBox. VirtualBox. Okay, so now I have you open. I actually made one, so it's just right here. 4 gig of RAM, blah blah blah. Okay, no, I don't really need to show it to you. So let's say new. So click on new, then next. You're gonna type in whatever you want to call it. So I can call mine Mac OS X. Let's just call it that. And you want 64-bit server. And yeah, actually 2, just because I have one right there. Okay, so Mac OS 2. Next, I'm gonna give it 4 gig of RAM. 4 gig is a good amount, because I have 8 in my memory. You want to create a new hard disk. You want VirtualBox disk image, dramatically allocated. I'll just do 10. You probably could do 20. 20 is a good size for Mac OS if you're going to put some stuff on it like iLife, and actually use iLife. And then click create, and create again. Okay, now what you want to do is go into settings, let it load. Go into settings, let it load. Now I'm going to go to storage, and because this is set to empty, I'm going to click on this little button up here and just choose virtual CD or disk drive. So I have downloaded all of these, the Hackbot 1, Hackbot 2, and iOS X 10.8. In the description I say 10.8.1 because after you finish installing that OS X, it works basically like a Mac, so you can just update because it's already on Mountain Lion, so it's a free update to 10.8.1. Okay, so what we want to click on is Hackbot 1. After you download, just put all of them in the same folder and you should be fine. Just don't move the folder, or the virtual machine won't know where to look for the disks. Okay, so now just click open Hackbot1 and it's loaded. Oh wait, okay, so just click it's loaded. Now go back to system and I want you to disable enable EFI. Okay, so now you're good, so click OK and click start. You also are going to need you're going to need hardware virtualization enabled on your BIOS. So if you don't know what that is, just type in the name of your computer and then hardware virtualization. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention also, in this, you need an Intel. Oops. You're gonna need Intel Core. Doesn't matter, it can be Core i3, that's actually the one I'm using right now. It's pretty crappy, I'm just saying, but it'll work. But unfortunately, you need an Intel. You need Intel Core virtualization. So, like again, if you don't know how to do that, just type in the name of your computer, and just name your computer and type in hardware virtualization, and then you should be fine. And if you still can't find it, just comment in the description. I'll try and help you to the best of my ability. Okay, so after you clicked the run button, you should get this. The macOS 2, which is what I named it, is running and Hackbot is open. What you're actually going to do is right click on the CD and now choose CD or virtual disk image, and now you're actually going to click on the actual OS X 10.8 install DVD. Click open. Okay, now you just want to press F5 at the top of your keyboard to refresh, and now it should change to OS X install DVD. And now just click on the virtual machine so your mouse is inside, and it should disappear, and then just hit enter. I guess I could just leave this running to show you everything. I'm just probably going to pause it on the really long parts, like when it installs. It says it takes 20 minutes, but it lies. It actually takes like an hour to hour and a half. It's really long, unfortunately, but you are making a Hackintosh. You have to be kind of happy. Also, just to kind of exit the virtual machine, so you can like operate your host Windows, just press the right control, so the control on the right. It actually says right at the bottom. There, they got it out. Right at the bottom, right control. Press the control on the right of your keyboard just to get out. So I just want to scroll this down so I can see. And that happens every single time, so it should keep loading. First time I did this though, oh, there we go, it works. First time I did this though, it kind of crashed. So if it does crash, just redo this process again and it should be fine the second time. And there we go. Okie dokie. Now scroll up. Let's see. Click English for my main language. And it's a little bit laggy. Can I scroll out? There, I scroll. It's just gonna think. I'm gonna make this full screen. It doesn't really help, but it makes me feel better. And there we go. So now just click continue. I agree. And uh-oh, there's no hard drive. So what you have to do to fix this is go into utilities, disk utility, and it's just gonna think for a couple of seconds, and you're just gonna click on whatever this is called. It's basically going to be the only thing you can click on the side. So you just click on this and then erase. And then what you're going to do is when you want to call this Hackintosh HD. Okay, and then just click erase. and erase. And it shouldn't take that long, maybe 10 seconds, 30 seconds. Oh, there you go, it reappeared. And it's all done. Okay, so just exit out of this, and now it has appeared. Click on that hard drive and click install. Okay, so it says 21 minutes remaining. So, like I said before, this will probably take an hour, so hopefully you have a power cord plugged in, or if it's a desktop, I hope it's plugged in, because this is, obviously it has to be plugged in if it's a desktop, but if you have a laptop, plug this in, because it's going to take a while and drain a lot of your power. When you run virtual machines, it's basically running 2 operating systems at once, so it uses a lot more power than usually. So it uses less power than like intense gaming, but still you want to watch your power level in case it just dies. Okay, so I'm just going to pause this video and come back after the installation is complete. Alright, so I'm back. So this is what it looks like after it finishes installing. So all you have to do is just hit the exit button and power off. I don't know what happens if you send signal. Nothing. Okay, so just click power off machine and click OK. Okay, so now that you want to do is, don't want that open. Okay, so minimize this. There we go. So now what we want to do is settings, going back into settings, we're now going to switch the, what's it called? I'm going to switch the storage. Now we're going to switch the storage to Hackbot 2. So this is basically to help install the audio and stuff like that. So just click open, Hackbot 2, OK, and start. Oops. Hopefully it didn't start. Hope it didn't start. Yeah, cancel. There we go, so let's say start. Okay, so now you can see that you have Hackbot and Hackintosh HD, which is what you named your hard drive. So click on the virtual machine, and then using the arrow keys, just go right and hit enter. And I'll just do this for a while, then the screen's going to turn black at a couple seconds with white. There we go, that goes right now. So also you have to make an account on just a certain website, but I'll just show you to download the Multibeast, which is okay. It's free to make an account and it takes like 5 seconds. Okay, looks like it's almost done. And then after this is done, it'll open a welcome screen because you've installed and you just yes, it is at a very dangerous limit. It keeps telling me that. It's almost done. I would pause it, but when I pause it, it's gonna finish. So, I'll just pause it anyway. Okay, I'll just pause it and come back after this is finished. Alright, so it just finished, which is literally 10 seconds after I paused it. Okay, so I am in Canada. Canada, and continue. And I want Canada English, and not now. And no, I don't really need it. Don't use. And now I just want to type in your Apple ID. So I'm just going to type this in just for privacy. And just type in your Apple ID. And if you don't have one, just click on this button right here. Just create a free Apple ID. But I'm just going to pause it for a second for privacy. And then after I type it in and press enter, I'll play it again. Okay, so I just entered it. Now it's just loading. And let's just put this right in the middle. There we go. This does take a while, unfortunately. There isn't really a fast way to do this. Doesn't matter how much RAM you give it. It's just going to take a while. So you should have, wait until you have lots of time, maybe max 2 hours, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. It's that part that I paused it and said when it was installing the operating system that I said that it would take a long time. So that's basically the longest part, which took about an hour or so. So just agree to this, and yes, I agree. And sure, I'll set up iCloud. No, I don't need to Find My Mac because I probably won't have this running if I do lose my laptop. And no, I don't want that. I want Pokeastuff. Account name will be Pokeastuff. Password will be YouTube. Yeah, it'll be YouTube. YouTube and YouTube. And okay, I'm gonna create my account. Then after this, gonna install Multibeast. I probably didn't mention that also when you install 10.8.1, because right now we're at 10.8, the virtual machine actually does run faster, which I thought was pretty cool. Yep, so that's pretty good. I have the one that you saw before. It's this one. This one runs pretty fast. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see, can it find Toronto? It's still looking for Toronto. There we go, Toronto, Canada. Continue and sure. And start using my Mac. And this, it just always does this. Every time I did this, it always kind of crashes a little bit. It doesn't, you don't have to restart anything, you just have to let it load. The screen will probably go white. Or not. Or gray. I thought it would go white. I'm just gonna pause this and come back after it's done loading because this is taking a while. Alright, so it's been about 30 seconds. And it is almost done loading. It is just, there we go. Okay, so first we're just gonna have to access the internet. Make sure that your computer, your host computer, is actually connected to the internet like mine, right at the bottom here. Because if it isn't, you can't go on the internet on your virtual machine. So now let's just, oh, it's still loading. Okay, maybe it's not. There we go. So let's open Safari. Wait for it to load. And now it's a white screen, great. And it just disappeared. And now it's back. Okay. I'm just gonna scroll up. There we go. So I'm gonna type in Multibeast. And just Google search that. And I'll try and Google search this. There we go, Google search. So you want to go to this site, Tony Mac's X86 blog. Did I spell Multibeast wrong? Oh, switch the T and the L. So just go to the first link, which is the Tony Mac's X 86 blog.ca, and it will just show the Multibeast. And let's see, come on. Try and scroll down. You're gonna have to create an account, which isn't that hard. You just, I'll just show you. I already made an account, so I won't actually make the account. But a thing will pop up here saying that you can't actually access the downloads because you don't have an account. Okay, it's loading, it's loading. And there it goes. So you're not logged in, or you do not have permissions for this page. Okay, so here, right here, there's a register. Just click register. Actually, no. Don't click register. Where is it? Hate this one. The what's it called? Graphics aren't set up right. We're gonna set those up after we install Tony Mac's. Sorry, Multibeast. So just right click on register. Right click. What is it doing? What is it? Okay, I don't know what it did, but it just turned the register. So just enter all of your information, and then you probably have to go to your email, but it's the email sent to you right away, so you don't have to worry about how long it's going to take. So just put in username, password, blah blah blah. Sorry, you can't take Pokeastuff, it's already taken, so choose a different one. Just create an account. Then after you do that, just come back to this page and click login, and then, oh no, don't click home. Oh, back. Slow computers really annoy me, so I'm not having a very good time. But this is the whole process. Okay, so now, come on. Oh, seriously. Okay, it really wants to. Let's try this one more time. this happens again, I'm just going to pause it and try and log in. There we go. Okay, so let's try and type in my username, which is, as you can probably guess, if it will type it out. There you go. There we go. And put in my password and press enter, and I will put thank you. I logged in, and now let's go to the downloads. And so I was telling you before that this is actually the same site that you download the hacked mountain lion disc, but it actually the download link is actually just a Pirate Bay, so I'll just give you that link instead of making you go through all this whole process of trying to find it. So you want to click on Multibeast Mountain Lion 5.0.2. It's a 33.58 megabyte download. It's just humongous. Click after it's unloaded, click download, and it should start in your downloads. There we go, it's right up here. So my internet's pretty fast, so this won't take that long. I'm just going to show this in Finder, so we don't need this open anymore. One thing I like about Mac is that it doesn't say this page is not responding when it crashes, and then you can't do anything. It makes you kind of think that you have a chance. So this is, it's just taking so long. Okay, there, it's done. There we go. So let's open this in Finder. Let's try again. You know what, this is taking too long. I'm just going to open this the normal way in Finder. It should be at the bottom. Your downloads. And show in Finder. Show in Finder. Scroll back up. Multibeast. And I want to just double click on the Multibeast. As you can actually see, is Hackbot still in here. So after I install this, we're going to remove Hackbot, so you don't need to run off it. And then, oops, sorry, I forgot about something. You have to go into System Preferences, and then go to Security, and then you have to allow the application, like access to anywhere. Let's see, security. There we go. Okay, now unlock. YouTube. And there we go. So I'm going to click this to anywhere and allow from anywhere. And then you can just exit out of this. And now you can double click on Multibeast. And an installer should open. There we go. So click continue. And continue. And continue. And agree. And yes, you want the only hard drive there. And now you want to copy what I have clicked. Just copy what I have clicked in this bar. Just scale this down a little bit. So I'm going to click on this, and then I want, let's see, audio, Realtek, width. Okay, wait, is without any smaller? No, it's not. And now you're going to want miscellaneous and null CPU power management. And that is it. Click continue and install. Type in your password and install software. This shouldn't take that long at all. It takes a minute or so, even with the slow computer. Here we go. Right in files. I'm just going to pause this and come back after this is about 19 minutes. Yeah, right. Takes like a minute. I'm just going to pause this and come back after this is done. But this, like, I'm positive, like, it's already counting down. It's like every 10 seconds it goes down 3 minutes. So I'm just going to pause this and come back after this is done. Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes to a minute later. So it said installation was successful, so that's good. So we're all done with Multibeast. Now just click exit. So now what we're going to do is remove the Hackbot so you don't have to boot with it. So just click go to folder, type in /system, system / library / extend, no T, click go. Wait, did I spell library wrong? That's kind of embarrassing. Oh wait, no I didn't. What doesn't it understand? Oh, no S here. Okay, so extensions. And you want to search for Apple Graphics Control. So just after this loads, just click on one of them and just use your arrow keys to scroll down. And it should be, there it is, Apple Graphics Control. Make sure you get the right one. And you just want to make sure you're clicking on the right one. And right click. And now click Move to Trash. And just type in your password. And all done. Now you don't have to boot with it. Boot with Hackbot. So now we're just going to exit. And now to try and get higher resolution, what we're just going to do now is click go and folders. And then /extras. Is extras? I think it is just extra. Yes, it is. Okay. So now in extra, we want to double click on the org, Camelot, whatever boot. Just double click on this. And you have to kind of know what your screen size is. So in Windows 7, I just minimize this. I'll just right click and click screen resolution. and right there is my resolution. So 1366 times 768. So just put that in and it'll be full screen when you run the, what does it, come on, there we go. And that will be the size of your screen. Okay, so just click at the bottom here where I have, just press enter, and then tab, just to keep everything in line. I want you to just copy what I have. Key graphics, graphics mode. If you guys have ever programmed, this is kind of like HTML. String, not script. String. String. There we go. And now just type in the resolution that you want. So I want 1366x times, let's see, what was it? 768 times, and then remember to put the 32 at the end, and then close it off. Okay, so type in, remember to type in this part, so just as I have, and then just like this with the string, except change this part, sorry, not this part, to the screen resolution of your screen. So if it's like ginormous and it's like 1920 times 1080, type that in instead. Okay, so now just Control S to save and exit. And now we're just gonna file and shut down. And we'll do restart. And no, I don't need any. Click restart. So I'm gonna change the view to full screen. Not sure if the restart would actually work. It might. I'll just let it restart, see what happens. Okay, it doesn't look like it's working, so I'll just shut down the machine. Okay, so now let's go back into it and boot it up. Oh wait, before you boot it up, go into settings. Let it load, and storage. And now instead of Hackbot being there, you're going to switch the choose virtual disk file. Actually, no, you want to remove from virtual disk. So now you just have the SATA controller, which is basically your hard drive because everything's installed on it. So you don't need any of the CDs. So just click OK after you have removed the CD or DVD ISO. Click OK, and now click Start. And switch, so it's full screen. And there we go. But as you can see, it still hasn't actually gotten my full screen. That's because if there's anything over, what size is it? If there's anything over, I think it's something like anything over 1,200 by something like that. Just anything over 1,200. You usually have to change a certain file in the VMware, or sorry, the VirtualBox folder. So what we're just going to do to get this full screen is X of this machine, So just shut down. And we're just going to close this, and now we're going to open a command prompt. So just cmd, and it's right there. And now what we're going to type in is cd c/program, basically where you installed VirtualBox. Let's see, what did I type in wrong? Oh, C programs, I think it's Oracle. There we go. So I'm just going to press dir to show the directory, what's in the directory. And it has all this stuff, so I don't really care. But we're going to type in is VBox Manager. VBox Manage, manage. So VBox Manage, and then set extra data. And you want to put in the name of your virtual machine. So mine is Mac OS, I think 2, pretty sure. Yeah, Mac OS X2. Mac OS space X2. And now type in, my spelling is all off today. Custom video mode 1, 2, whatever you set it in that Camelot file. So you want to change it to, let's see, mine's 1366 times 768 times 32. Okay, and just press enter. Oh, what was it so confused about? Let's see, what did I do? Too many spaces? But no. Nope. Mac OS. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna change the name. I actually had to do this with my other one. It couldn't find out what the name was, so what I do is I just changed it. So settings. So let's see. The load macOS 2.2. Maybe if this will help. Just click OK. So now I changed the name. Now I'm just gonna exit out of this, and now change this to 2. Still didn't work. Great. I'm just gonna call this Mac. Really shorten it down. After you change the name to whatever I'm just gonna change it Mac so there's no spaces, so it can't get confused. Click OK. So now I just named it Mac. Exit. And switch this to. There we go. So now I just changed it. So now I can go back into VirtualBox actually. So first I can exit out of this because you're all done. Go back into VirtualBox. And I'm going to change the name back to what I want. Click OK. And now I'm going to start. And switch. Let's see if it worked. And it did. Yay. Okay. So after I did that, then I'm going to show you how to update to. It's pretty easy how to update to 10.8.1. You just go to the App Store, and there will be an update for it. It's pretty simple. In the update section. And then I will just actually, and then you just have to download uTorrent. I actually don't have to show you how to get the iLife. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just download a torrent downloader, so like uTorrent. You just install it. It tells you how to. It's really easy. And then you go to the Pirate Bay link in the description. Um, and you just download it, and it should take a couple of hours. And after it's done, you just install, and it should be fine. Let's just final look and update, and then the tutorial will be done, and you'll have a work in Hackintosh. Well, you already do, but it's faster work in Hackintosh. Let's see, so YouTube, enter, and it likes my password. It's actually kind of funny, at school, I have an Apple sticker on my laptop, which is the laptop I'm using right now, and people always go, "Why do you have an Apple sticker on your laptop?" I say, "Because it's a Mac." And they're like, "Wait, what? It's a Mac?" I'm like, "Yeah." But they're like, "No, but it's a PC." I'm like, "No, it's not, it's a Mac." And I just open up the virtual machine, and they're so impressed. I feel so proud of myself. Yeah, you can kind of tell how bored I am at school. Okay, so make sure you're connected to the internet like you were before, and go into the App Store. Oh, and also the multi-touch thing on the keyboard doesn't work, unfortunately. So you don't get everything like a Mac, but you get most things, which is pretty good. Like without paying the $1,199. But if you really want a Mac, you should go and buy one. They're awesome. Unfortunately, I got stuck with a $300 PC, which I made good use of. So just open up the App Store, let it load, and in a few seconds this should pop up with a 1. Let me just click there now. There we go, right at the bottom. If you see down here, there's a 1 saying that there's an update. And because I haven't installed any programs, it would be the only thing to update would be the OSX. There we go. Now, update, and I agree. I'm trying to agree, and I agree. There we go. There, so it's all done. Installing, that was pretty fast. So just click restart. There you go, so just gonna install the iOS update, 2 minutes. It's pretty fast. It's gonna be even faster after we're done. And just to minimize this, if you guys didn't know, just scroll down and there will be a little tab here, so just click the minimize button to minimize, and exit full screen, and close virtual machine. So I'm just gonna come back after this is done, and then you'll have a fully working, faster Hackintosh. Okay, so it said it had 10 seconds remaining. Okay, so now it says 5, so about 5 seconds. Okay, it's lying. It's been about 5 seconds. Almost done, almost done. Of course, it started to slow down when I started the recording again. So this is kind of basically the whole process of the Hackintosh. It's just really slow. It's not very difficult, but it just takes a long time. This tutorial's taken me basically a couple of hours. Not because it's because I've been away at the computer. I went to do other stuff and went out and ref a soccer game, so I've come back now. Okay, well it said 5 seconds remaining. So I'm just going to minimize this and pause it again until this is finished. But after this is finished, it probably won't restart. You're going to have to manually shut it down when just the screen goes all blank and stuff. Okay, so now it actually has just finished. It said restarted, and now it says restarting. So it's going to try and restart and probably fail. But then you just have to help it along and shut it down by using just close VMware. But I'm going to actually try to, I'm going to see. And there we go, the screen went white. Let's see if it actually restarts. Oh, it does. Oh, okay. So you don't have to shut it down. So I'm just going to let this load and then come back to you when the login screen comes back. Oh, wait. Yeah, so we have to restart it ourselves. So just click close and power off. Okay, so now it's powered off, and start it back up, and it should be faster. Well, it was faster for me. See, you can already kind of see it's faster. It took a couple seconds before for the Apple logo to come up. This actually boots faster than this computer, so it's kind of funny. It's kind of sad actually for Windows. And it should be loading. And there we go. And that Apple symbol's gonna move up, and I get to log in. YouTube. Log in. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I'm probably also gonna add how to get Microsoft Word 2010, I believe, for free on the Mac. Because I actually haven't seen any videos on YouTube at all. First shows how to Hackintosh, how to make a Hackintosh on 10.8.1, and give you iLife 2011, and give you Microsoft 2010. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Okay, so this should be good. But as you can see, it's a little bit faster. Probably can't see that right now, but it is faster. It's just because it just loaded up and everything. But that is basically it. So you have just created a Hackintosh on your Windows 7 64-bit PC with an Intel Core. So thanks for watching this video. You can comment or like and subscribe above and below, and come to my website at Pokeastuff.com. It is in the intro, so if you don't know how to spell it or anything like that, it's also the name of my account. So just Pokeastuff.com. Come on, well, I've written the whole website myself. I have different things like Xbox patching, and different mods with PC computers. So thanks for watching.